How the infrared image analysis interface works. First, we open the file. Then, we see the infrared image of a cargo ship. We can see the highest temperature point in its image is 48.7 degrees Celsius, marked with a red triangle, and the lowest temperature point, 24 degrees Celsius, marked with an inverted blue triangle. This is for opening a new file, and this button is for close the current image. This bar is for thermal video. The base frame button is also for the video. This arrow is used to come back to the regular mouse cursor from the local temperature measurement tools. For example, come back. You can set spots to show the local temperature and rectangle, ellipse, polyline, polygon to display the temperature of specific areas for analysis. They are also called ROI measurement tools, that is, region of interest. For example, you can set spots here and here to show the temperature on both sides of the cargo ship hull. Set rectangle on the cockpit, ellipse here, polyline here. Double click to confirm. Polygon here. Double click to confirm. This button is used to set a temperature difference marker between two given points or between a given point and a reference temperature. For example, we can set a marker like this from maximum temperature minus minimum temperature, or the spot 1 or spot 2, or the temperature of other specific areas, or a reference temperature. For example, we set 40 degrees Celsius. So maximum temperature minus 40 degrees temperature as a marker. Like this. You can see this marker here. Maximum minus 40 is 8.7 degrees Celsius. Here are pellets. There are 16 pellets totally. And also, you can invert these pellets like this. Back. Pellet selection highly depends on the temperature distribution of the observed object and the inspection purpose. For example, the rainbow pellet is perfect for minimal heat changes in a larger scene, such as building surveys, and the iron pellet is widely used for general purpose, such as electrical or mechanical inspection. This button is to set the temperature span of this thermal image. You can choose the auto scale to make the maximum and minimum temperatures of this image as the upper and the lower limits. For example, A means auto scale, but this minimum difference should be over 8 degrees Celsius. You can fix the temperature span too by this switch. Click. F means fixed temperature span. Click the small triangle to set your own upper and lower limit. The minimum difference is also 8 degrees Celsius. For example, you write 40 here, enter. It only displays the parts of the temperature between 40 and 48.7 degrees Celsius in this image. They are the hottest parts of this cargo ship. Here, here, and here. You can set a specific item in this image by this button. Click, go to the small triangle. For example, we set 45 to 48.7 degrees as the upper and lower limits. Enter. The red color highlights this item. It displays the hottest parts of this ship. You can remove that too by a click, like this, and you can set more items here and here. You can also choose to display or remove the maximum and the minimum temperature values of the entire image by this button. For example, click, the minimum value is removed. Again, the maximum value is removed too. Again, we come back. With this button, you can choose to display or remove the maximum or minimum temperature values within the local temperature measurement tools such as spots, rectangle, ellipse, polyline, polygon. For example, by click, the minimum values are removed. Again, the maximum values are removed too. Again, we come back. This button is to display or remove all the temperature values in this image. For example, click, all the values are removed. Again, we come back. And this AD button are only used for Fotric's internal commissioning. Clients don't need them. AD value removed. With this button, you can set the font of the letters in this image. For example, click, we choose the size for 20. Okay, the letters become bigger. Come back to 10. They're back. You can save the current local measurement tools as a template used for other small images in the future by these two buttons. For example, we save it with a name for. Okay. Then we go to a new small image. This one. Then we can apply for in this image, so we can see the measurement tool saved used for this new image. This bar is the name of the saved template, and you can also delete this tool's template. For example, delete it. Now, template number 4 has disappeared. This button is used to zoom for filling the window After you zoom out or zoom in, for example,